Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio. You know, over the years, we all get to know ourselves better and better and better. I know myself a lot better than I did when I was 18 or 21 or 25 or 30. Over the years, you find yourself, because you're so anxious to get laid, and because you think that this piece of ass is the best piece of ass you will ever have, or anyone will ever have, and that if you screwed it up with this one, no one else would ever spread their legs for you again, most of us guys tend to tolerate stuff that we don't have to tolerate. And in fact, stuff that in reality is eating us up inside, eats at our relationships, and ultimately ruins them somewhere down the line when it's too late. Too late because we've had kids with these people. Well, not me, but, you know, most of you guys. Had kids with these people. Or you've been with them so long, you got to hand them a big truckload of cash just to go away. You find it out the hard way. And I really feel sorry for you boys who feel that you'll never get laid again or you'll never be with a chick this hot again. Because I can tell you from experience, not only will you get laid again, but if you follow a path of ambition and success, the chicks stay the same age, you get older. The chicks get hotter. You get balder and fatter. That is the way it works. You just have to be patient. You know, when you're 19, as I always say, 19-year-old girls don't want to go out with you. They don't want to talk to you because they're going out with 26-year-olds. 26-year-olds with medical degrees, law degrees. They're interns. They're architects. That's who they're going out with. They see you as just some student. You're so immature, and you're such a loser. And so you boys just feel thankful that one of these broads would talk to you. And usually the ones who talk to you are the nicer girls who are also the average-looking girls or the homely girls or the fat girls. They talk to you. So you end up hooking up with one of them thinking this is as good as it's ever going to get for you. Over the years, I learned the fallacy of that. And as time has gone on, women are still 19, 20, 22, 27. They still are. I get older and richer, and the girls stay the same age. That's why I talk about trading up. It's like cars, you know. Car gets old, starts to run funny, starts giving you a hard time. You head down to the dealer and trade it in for a younger, hotter, newer model with zeros on the odometer. And then you ride that one over the speed bumps till it's time to get a new one. Pretty much works that way. So I am aware that things I put up with as a young man, as a very young man, I didn't have to put up with then, and I certainly don't have to put up with them now. And so I don't. Here's one that many of you put up with, and that I'll be the first to tell you, I have put up with this. But I don't anymore. For me, there is one big incompatibility between me and most women. It is the reason I like to live alone. It is the reason I don't want to get married. It is the reason I don't want to give a woman my ATM card, my credit card. Here is the reason. Because men and women have different attitudes about money. You read all the time, anywhere you look. If you read it all, you know, Money Magazine, Smart Money Magazine, you read it in the Wall Street Journal, you read about divorce, and the biggest cause of divorce is not sex. It's money. People break up over money. The reason is because my experience has been most men are the ones who save and invest money. And a woman's attitude about money is if you've saved and invested money, it's there to be spent. My attitude about money is, here's how I see money. Okay. Money is what I use is like bricks and mortar. I am building a wall between me and the rest of the world. The wall protects me from illness, injury, losing my job, wanting to quit my job. You know, at 28 years old, I had something called the FU fund. And it had 1 full year's gross salary in it. And the purpose of that fund, it was a separate bank account that I never touched. The purpose of the FU fund was in case I worked for one of these nutcases, one of these absolute psychos who owns or runs a radio station, I could simply say FU and quit for a year or more. FU. I had the FU fund. Now I have a whole investment portfolio that in essence is the FU fund, and I really don't have to think that way now that I've got that kind of cashola. But even when I didn't make what I make today, when I made 1/40th what I make today, 1/40th what I make today, I had the FU fund. I had a year's salary in the bank. Money is what insulates me from trouble. It keeps me from having to move out of my house. It keeps me well in case I get sick. It's there for me in case I decide I want to retire early or quit my job because I'm working for a nut. Money protects me. Money is not there to buy me a Testarossa or to put me on the Concorde to fly to Europe in an hour and a half. Money is not there so I can travel around the world once a year or go shopping whenever I feel like it. Money fortifies my castle. Money protects me. That is how I see money. I do not live ostentatiously. Oh, yes, I have a Lexus LS 430, but I could afford any car there is. I can afford a Maybach, for God's sake. But I don't. Because to me, the purpose of money is to protect me. And if I have a wife or a girlfriend or somebody who I'm actually with all the time, to protect both of us. But that's why I can't be in a relationship where someone lives with me. Because the vast majority of women I have known in my life, they believe money is to be spent. They like walking through the mall and looking at tchotchkes and bric-a-bracs. They love looking at cute little things in the window. It can be anything from little glass figurines to cute little puppies and kitty cats to cute tops they can wear or cute bathing suits or cute this or cute that. One of my exes said the following phrase to me, and it blew me away. She said, "What is the point of shopping if you're not going to buy anything?" And my attitude is the purpose of shopping is to decide if I need something. So if I go to the mall, I think, what do I need? Do I need a shirt? Do I need another pair of pants? Do I need armor all for the car? What do I need? Do I need what I need? I need one of those little Cuisinart choppers so I can chop garlic. I need one of those. I keep forgetting to go to the mall and buy one because I hate going to the mall. So to me, I will go to the mall, look in the windows, and see if there's something I need. There's two ways I go to the mall. That's one, and the other is I have a mission. I need a shirt, a specific color shirt, to go to a specific event that I do not have. And I know where I'm going to go to get it, and I drive to that store, and I walk in, and I go directly to shirts, and I go through the rack until I find one that's likely to fit, and is the right color. I ask where the fitting room is. I try it on. If it fits, I take it to the register. I run my platinum card through. They put it in the bag for me, and I get the hell out of there. I have been with women who go to the mall with no agenda. They don't need anything. They don't know where they're going. The purpose is to go and troll around until they find something cute, something nice. I don't know. How do they think? I don't know. All I know is girls come home from the mall with bags and bags of crap that they didn't know they wanted until they got there. And I would tell women who go to the mall, can't you just look? Like, how about if you insist on having a mall trip with a friend, how about you go look in the windows and say, oh, that's nice, oh, this is nice, oh, that's nice. Why is it necessary to complete a financial transaction? Why can't you just look at stuff? And maybe after you've seen something 2 or 3 times, maybe after you've shopped a few times, and you've decided you absolutely must have a particular thing, how about you buy it then? Do you know how many women I've been with who absolutely, positively had to have a particular article of clothing they saw in a store window? And that article of clothing hung in the closet literally forever, never saw them wear it, still had the price tag on it? This is the kind of thing I'm talking about. When I call women dream killers, this is all part of the equation. Because I'm building my castle brick by brick by brick. These are bricks made out of the $100 bills. Use some crazy glue as mortar. You know what I'm talking about. I am building my castle. Just imagine those $100 bills stacking up and protecting me, insulating me. And women come by with an axe and start chopping at my castle, and they want to spend the money, thereby taking bricks out of my castle and making me less protected against the rest of the world. I don't see money the same way most women do. I just simply don't. The result is, I believe, girls, if you want to spend money the way you want, and you don't want me controlling how you spend it, here's how you do it. Have your own job, your own money, your own apartment. When you want to buy cute things at the store, go. Have a great day. Girls' day out at the mall. Go, buy, look, do, whatever you want. Buy a $7 cup of coffee at the Starbucks at the mall. Fine. Spend yourself broke, and as long as you're paying the freight, I don't care. I'm building my castle. Do not interfere in the construction of my castle. To me, it is the essential difference between men and women, is that men plan. It's a man's job. We are taught. Work. Strive. Get promoted. Get degrees. Work your way to the top. Make money. And then when we make the money, we're the ones. How many women are thinking about their IRAs and their 401ks? Usually it's we guys who have to explain that crap to our girlfriends. Hey, I got this thing at the office for a 401k. What is that? Then you have to sit there and tell her what a 401k is? Ever had to do your girlfriend's 401k? You hardly know anything about investing, right? Suddenly she comes, I don't know, he said it's for retirement or some crap. Ugh. Money is the biggest difference between men and women. We save it. We earn it. We invest it. Women spend it. That is why they have to have vagina money, so that women can get more money from us, even after we're done with them. It's kind of like when you have to pay a recycle fee. Ever have to send a PC or a printer or some peripheral in for recycling, and they charge you a recycle fee, or motor oil? You ever go to like Jiffy Lube or one of these places, and they charge you for the oil, and then they have to charge you a separate charge to dispose of the oil? We have to pay to dispose of women. But instead of calling it a recycling fee, they call it alimony or spousal support. We have to pay to put them back in the recycle bin until the next sucker picks them out of the recycle bin. So my point is, if there were a Granada TV rental for women, do they still have Granada TV rental? I don't know. Rent-A-Center, whatever. If there was a place, rather than buying a woman, if you just rent her for the day, and I don't mean paying to rent her. I mean, she has her own place to live, and I see her when I want to, and not when I don't. And then she can't, you're so controlling. You're so controlling. No, I'm not controlling, honey. You get your own job, pay your own bills, spend money any way you like. You know, run your credit cards up to $20,000, $40,000, $60,000. What do I care? It's your problem. The problem is that women bring these spending habits into relationships and into marriages, and they just intend to continue spending because now that they spent all their money, now they see that now you've got money to spend. Then they want to spend yours. Are there exceptions to this? I know none of you girls will hear this. Here? I don't know. I pressed the button and got some weird noise. I was going to press the reverb. Anyway. They have this whole thing jury-rigged in here. Anyway, girls, the idea is you go ahead and spend all the money you want. Live in your own apartment or your own house, your own condo, or live with your own roommate. Do what you like. But you're not coming into my domicile and spending my cash. Are you feeling me here?
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
Tom, you're amazing. I love you. Do you know that? I so love you. You are my strength. You are my everything.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Nathan on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom.
Nathan.
A few years ago, I actually heard this phrase. Why do you feel you need to pay the bills? I want this pair of shoes. The bills will still be there, you know, next time you get paid.
This is why we cannot get along.
It's just ridiculous. Now,
outrageous.
Now, got it all lined out. 10% of everything goes into retirement. You know, I have...
Did you leave her?
That one, yeah.
How did she react when you left her?
It was just kind of a, you know, see ya.
Did she demand vagina money or anything else?
Oh, no. It was pretty much a clean break.
I'm amazed. Usually the ones who like to spend want you to give them money after they're gone.
Yeah, it actually worked out quite well, you know, and now virtually I have a miniature zoo at my house. I have money to play with, and I collect animals.
Really?
Yes.
But you also have investments, savings.
Oh, yes. 10% of everything goes into to retirement and savings.
Yeah. By the way, you know how much I save? 25%.
Really?
25%. And I recommend it to everybody, no matter how much money you make. 25% of everything.
It is a goal.
It means you can tell your boss, F you.
Oh, I definitely keep enough on hand for the screw you fund.
Yeah.
But, yeah, just thought I would share that for your other listeners about how bad it can be.
Yeah, why pay the bills when you can buy shoes? Unbelievable.
Ridiculous.
Nathan, thank you for that. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. It's Dustin on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, what's going on, Tom? I love your money capsule analogy.
It's true, isn't it?
And the FU fund.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what do you think of these women that go out and spend money on you? I mean, on the mail, you know, and just rack up their credit cards, and then you start talking to them about it. You're like, you know, what's going on here? Oh, well, I thought this would look good on you, or this or that. You're like, okay, I really didn't need it.
That's what women do when you cut back on their spending. Then they try to make it look like they can't stop shopping, so they want to do you a favor, they say, by buying stuff for you. Stuff you had no intention of buying.
Right. Makes no sense at all to me because then they complain about it.
What do you mean they what do they wait. What do they complain about?
About not having money.
Oh yeah.
As soon as it's spent, they don't have it anymore, and then it's a problem for them.
Yeah, well, no doubt about that.
I mean, how do you work that out? I had one girlfriend that was like that. I had to deal with her.
I don't let them have my money. That's what I do. You see, that they have to have their own money.
Right.
In fact, right now in my life, they have to have their own apartment or their own house.
Yeah.
They have to live where they live, and I live where I live.
So you can say, get out of my house. This is my house.
That, and also, you know, because I've had women say to me, they move in, and then they ask me for money, and then when I start saying, what are you spending this on? It's like, you're so controlling. It's like, hey, I won't control you at all. Get a job, make money, get an apartment, and spend all you like over there.
Yeah, I didn't set up this FU fund for you.
Because you notice how women are real thrifty when they live alone.
Are they? I haven't noticed that.
Well, compared to when they're with you.
Oh, yes, this is true.
I mean, you notice, what kind of cars do women drive? They drive Jettas. They drive Honda Accords, Honda Civics.
Yep.
They drive sensible cars, Toyota Corollas.
Yep.
By the way, all great cars.
Yeah, not a problem at all.
Great cars for the money, spectacular, and I drove Honda Accords for years when that was all I could afford.
Yeah.
But you don't see women going out and buying Land Rovers when they live on their own. Oh, no. They're waiting for you to pay for that.
Yeah, funny story. This girl that I broke up with, the time that I was with her, she was driving an 8-year-old vehicle, and I, drive it, have fun with it. There's nothing wrong with it. Run until the wheels fall off. It's paid for. Okay, so her and I break up, didn't work out, probably money issues. And then she gets with this other sucker, and now she's got a brand new car. Brand new.
Right. Well, outside of any Starbucks on any school morning, you'll see all the soccer moms parked out there with their big Expeditions and their Land Rovers and their Hummer H2s and H3s and what have you. They're all parked out there. All these women have one thing in common, a guy to make the payments.
Yep. Funny how that works.
It really is. Thanks for the call.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-866. Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
That's the gentle way of telling someone they've gotten fat. Oh, I'm worried about your health, honey. Baloney. You're worried about having to look at that person naked.
The Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles, it's the Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Ebony on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hey, Tom. I just had a few comments to make. You make some really, really good points, but, you're really, really harsh towards women, because not all women are gold diggers like that. Well,
No, only the hot ones.
Fat
and fuglies, they don't have men who will help them pay for these things.
Hey, I'm not a bad-looking woman, okay?
So what are you, about a 5?
I'm not a 5, no. Tom.
What are you?
I'm not going to be cocky, but...
No, be honest. Nothing wrong with being honest.
Okay, I'm a 9.
You're a 9. How tall are you?
I'm 5'1".
How much do you weigh?
5'1". I weigh 115 pounds.
That's quite a bit. There, you got a lot of junk in the trunk there?
Oh, yeah. I'm African-American. What can I say? But I just wanted to, let the men know out there that not all women are like that.
No one said all women are like that. I never said that.
Well, a few of your viewers who have called, they did say that, they made a few comments alluding to all women, being able to, go into their financials and, pull, get cars and stuff like that. And I just wanted to let them know that I'm one of those women out there, and I know plenty of women who work to get their own. I'm going to college.
Most of them are fat and fugly, dear.
Huh?
Most of them are fat and fugly.
Well, most of what type of women? What are you talking about?
The women who earn their own and don't expect men to pay for everything. Most of them. Not all of them, most of them. Huh?
The women I know a pretty good amount of women who can take care of their own. They're pretty fine-looking ladies, but, a lot of the men out there,
whether they can or not is not the question. It's whether they do.
Well, a lot of women I know, they do.
They only do it when they have to.
Oh, well, men do when they have to.
No. I live alone now. I'm not spending money like it's going out of style. I'm saving, I'm investing, I'm planning.
And that's exactly what my mom told me to do, because I came from a single-parent home. My mom, she always told me, you need to go, you need to work, do for yourself, because if you don't, you're going to end up being in a relationship with a man, and if something happens to him, you're going to be luck. And that's what my mom embedded into me, and a lot of women I know, they have that.
Well, I'm not seeing these women out there, okay? The women I'm seeing like this, and again, there are exceptions to every rule. I hate having to say that because, you know, how stupid are people to make you have to repeat that same line every time you make a comment. But there are exceptions to every rule. But in most cases, that's what's out there.
Yeah, I mean...
The fat and fuglies, they have jobs, they work for mortgage companies, they drive nice cars they bought for themselves because no man would buy one for them.
Well, the women I know...
And the really hot chicks, they expect guys to pay for things.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, I just have something to say to the ladies out there. You need to kick it up a notch because we can't have people thinking of us like this.
Well, this is how men think. This is how men feel.
It's really, really sad. I'm just happy that...
I mean, where do you think men got this idea from?
Their parents, from the media.
No, they got it from reality.
I don't know. It's just the women I know. I mean, I could see where you're coming from, but...
Let me say something about the women you know, or the men I know. Your friends are you. You tend to hang out with people like yourself.
You're right.
That doesn't mean everybody's like them. It just means you choose to be with people who are like you.
You're right.
So the fact that all of your friends are like you tells me nothing.
All right. Well, I do have a few friends who kind of rely on their husbands.
Even you have friends who rely on their husbands.
Yeah, it's kind of sad for me to, you know, it's a lot.
So you see, when it gets right down to it, it's not that I hate women. When it gets right down to it, you agree with me. You just don't like the fact that I'm saying it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard, you know, because the way you say things, I mean, you're just straightforward. You know,
and you would prefer that men be roundabout and dishonest and sugarcoat things?
No, I wouldn't, actually.
Well, when I'm honest, why do I get such a hard time from people, even like you? I get a hard time, and I have to explain myself. Look, I'm straightforward all the time.
It's just like, I just got offended at your viewers calling in. That's all. Like, I mean, because, like, they kind of, I don't know, it seems like some of them just take it like all women are going to be like that. All women are just going to jump. They're going to get pregnant, and then they're going to want an alimony check from me. And I'm all like, you know, I just felt like I just had to call in and let them know not all women are like that. A lot of us can take care of ourselves.
No one said all women are like that.
A few people I heard did. I mean, you didn't say it directly, but, you know.
It may be all the women they know. Hang on a second here, Rachel. I'm sorry, Ebony. Rachel, and now you had an opinion here, and I have a feeling you don't have the same opinion as Ebony, do you?
No, I don't.
Tell her why.
Well, I know, I don't know. I moved to L.A. recently, and I would say a good, like, 80% of the clip are the exact type of women that you're talking about. I know them, I see them, but it's supply and demand. You know what I mean? The reason why these chicks are out there is because dudes want these kind of women. They want the hot chick with the Louis Vuitton and, you know, and the dyed blonde hair and the fake nails and everything. I mean, I agree that...
We don't care about Louis Vuitton, by the way, just for the record.
No, but I'm just saying...
I don't care if you carry your money in your bra strap. It doesn't matter to me.
You don't, but it's supply and demand.
I don't think most men care. I'm just saying, I don't think... Men may want chicks with big boobs who look hot, but we don't care what kind of accessories you have.
Well, then your friends are like you, just like to this woman.
No, I'm talking about... I'm not talking about my friends. I'm talking about people in general.
No, you're mistaken there. Guys want a girl that looks good.
A woman that looks good doesn't have to have a Louis Vuitton bag.
Well, then if they didn't want a woman who looks
I know really hot chicks who carry knapsacks. I think it's great.
I don't know, the chicks that you were talking about, the ugly chicks who work for the mortgage company that pay for their own thing, then they would have dates as guys.
They're the ones with the Louis Vuitton bags. They're the ones with the Louis Vuitton bags and the $100 manicures and pedicures. They're the ones who spend all the money on their hair.
So are the hot chicks,
and makeup. No. You know what? Hot chicks don't spend as much. The fat and fugly. They're the ones with perfect nails all the time. They're the ones with the nicest accessories, trying to distract us from the fact that they're fat.
Well, you check Jennifer Aniston's and people like that, their spa records and how much money is spent.
Darling, we're not talking about superstars here, okay? They are all
beautiful women.
But we're not talking about superstars. We're talking about women you might be likely to run into in the street, okay? Who can be very hot or somewhat hot or fat and fugly or whatever. You know, sure, every celebrity has to be perfectly attired and perfectly accessorized. We're talking about people that you might meet.
Well, 90%, like I said, 80% of the people I meet in L.A. are putting themselves up that way because they want to attract that man. And there is a huge demographic of that kind of man that
that's
wants
fine. But the thing is, I don't care. That's fine if they want to spend money on that stuff. I don't want them spending my money on that stuff.
And a lot of women don't. I don't know. I take care of my own, and honestly, it just frustrates me that so many women can't be that way. I mean, I don't know.
Because they're not educated. There's a correlation between education and doing for yourself and going to school and taking care of yourself, and whereas opposed to these other women who sit on their duff and expect someone to take care of them and pay for this stuff.
By the way, those who get an education are generally the fat and fugly.
Well, I'm not fat and fugly.
I didn't use the word all, dear. Again, women have selective hearing, and I would say all women have selective hearing. But the only time I use all is in that sentence. Well, you're entitled to your opinion. It's not my problem. It's your problem.
Yeah.
But the fact is,
all they have to hear is sex. I mean, that's it.
The fact is, I don't care how much money you spend, as long as you don't spend my money. I really don't care how much money you spend.
I got my own money to spend. What do I need to go to any man? I don't need to go to a man. I make plenty of money.
Many women want to do that, and I'll tell you what, many of them want to spend the money. They think they're entitled to it, and they think that's our job is to provide it. And most of the women who drive their own BMWs that they paid for themselves are generally fat or fugly.
My mom isn't like that. She has a Lexus GS 300. I mean, I have my home Pontiac Formula 1. I'm doing fine.
A Pontiac Formula 1? How much does that cost?
Let's see. It's Bluebird Belly right now is like 19, but I got it for like 15. So
15,000. Well, you say you're doing well. That is cheaper than a Honda Civic or a Honda Accord.
Well,
you're an exception to the rule.
I'm doing real well. Yeah, I got my Pontiac Formula 1. You know what? Most women who hook up with guys, they want to get a Land Rover or they want to get some really sporty, expensive car, a Nissan Z or something like that.
But these guys are out there wanting to buy it for them.
Now, they're idiots, and that's what I try to tell them. Don't do it.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
I met this girl the other night, and she's really hot, but she comes up to me at the bar, and she goes, "Oh, I want to be friends first."
You got friends, right? Did you ever think of placing a classified ad saying, "You know what I need? Some more pals"?
I wanted to be friends with my penis.
The Tom Leykis Show.
It's the Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM. Brian on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Great. Hey, man, I got a good story about, these girls talking about you're talking about girls getting cars and all that stuff.
Right.
From these guys. I got a good backfire story. I got an acquaintance. You call her an acquaintance, not really a friend, but someone I know. She had a boyfriend, and everything was great between them. And he decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to buy her a truck. She had this big 2004 Chevy pickup truck, probably about $30,000. And then on top of that, he added a big giant lift kit on it, and so probably another $10,000 into the truck. And she was driving around with him for a couple months, and ended up not working out, and they ended up breaking up. But she kept the truck, and she had it for about 2 months. And the other night, he went over to her house. He had a key to it. He went over to her house, dumped all the stuff out of it onto her porch step, and took it back home. Repoed that sucker on her.
All right.
So they like to use your money like that, but it can backfire on them.
What do you think I am, a whore? Yeah, you are a whore, dear.
He was dumb to pay for it for her, but he was smart enough to keep it in his name. So
hopefully he learned enough of a lesson to not do that again.
I don't know, because while they're together, he was also buying her desert toys, quads and dirt bikes and stuff like that, and buying all that kind of crazy stuff for her.
Oh, God. Jonathan on the Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis, thank you for taking my call.
Sure.
Hey, I was agreeing with you in something that you said earlier about how men just do not care about Louis Vuitton purses. For that matter, men don't care about material. They don't care about material possessions. Period. It's a disgusting trend. It's just getting worse and worse.
Well, the amount of money most women carry around with them, what do they need a purse for anyway?
I have no idea.
They expect you to pay for everything.
They expect everyone else to pay for something, and that's another trend.
Yeah.
But even the women that go out and buy the mockery type stuff, the fake Louis Vuitton or the fake Gucci glasses, I mean, those are the ones that are making the same statement. Just because they're buying something with a discounted price, guys are looking at that. And what women need to realize is that we're not into all that crap.
It just makes us aware of the fact that you are high maintenance, and we hate that.
The Tom Leykis Show.